check. Inclusive. Disco Boogie. Shaggy NICE. Emote game proper. Out the gate. My man. Tasha Talks. Yes, it's Friday night. The theme, as the waves crash against the shore. NTJ Chicago. I had to literally. STEMU t-shirts, absolutely. Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. I just designed, I'm going to get a design. A couple of designs, I just throw stuff together in my favorite app. What do I use? This Adobe app. Spark Post. Shout out to Spark Post, Adobe Spark Post. It's like everything that you see from the emotes to the logos to the banners to all of the banners that I use on my Bandcamp page, I make in Adobe Spark Post. It is my favorite app. It is my go-to app. I was using the free version, and I was cropping out the watermark. This is how cheap I am, right? Wouldn't pay the $9.99 a month or a year or whatever it is. Whatever. I was cheap ass. Frugal is a better word. I like to use the word frugal. So I would go to the bottom and crop out the watermark, the Adobe watermark that, they put at the bottom. And I would be like, hey, it is what it is. And then I said to myself, bro, you use this app more than anything for stuff you make money off of. Bandcamp. Pay for the app. All you have to do with a Pisces is make it make sense. Make it make sense to a Pisces. Sometimes I can make it make sense to myself. So I had a long talk with myself, Houdini voice, and I said, you know what? I'll buy the app. What the heck? What does it cost? $9 a year? I don't know. I don't know if it's $9 a month, $9 a year. It's more than worth it. So I gotta stop being so frugal. DJ J.U. Ice, what's going on? Thank you for checking in. DJ Infinite. I was on on Twitch earlier watching him. The Gym Addict, welcome. I was watching my man DJ earlier. A nice set of hot tunes earlier. So always good seeing you, man. You know what? How can I make this bigger? How can I do that? Let's do that full screen. Now, hopefully, all of the names will be in there as well. Hopefully, I don't know, because I'm like struggling. I'm like going close to the screen. No, that's not gonna work. All right, so we hit escape. You know what I need to do? I just need to make the chat bigger on my B computer. Give me a second, y'all. It's called cheap. No, it's not called cheap. It's called frugal. DJ Miles Franklin, what now? Thank you for checking in, sir. Frugal and cheap are two different things, and I'm not cheap. I'm frugal. It's like, bro, that's cheap. Like, what are you doing? So, anyway, here we are. It's Friday. Thank you guys for joining us. The show, of course, STEM Research. Mike MFN Love is my name, and that is who I am on every single thing. All of the social media platforms. Let me pull out my phone again just to run down the platforms that I am on in case you want to follow me. I'm on Clubhouse at Mike MFN Love. I'm on Twitch as Mike MFN Love. I'm on LinkedIn as Mike MFN Love. I'm on SoundCloud, Twitter. Let's keep going. Cash App. If you ever want to send me some money, it's $ Mike MFN Love. Keeping it very simple. Instagram, IG, Facebook, and the like. I'm even Mike MFN Love on Reddit. I don't ever post. Every now and then I go in there for ideas to see what's going on in the world. So, I'm a Pisces here for the Aquarian. Yep, that's the deal, man. It's like, make it make sense to us. If you can, my man, James Bond III, that's the young actor who played the little boy in The Fish That Saved Pittsburgh from 1979, one of the greatest movies of all time, certainly of my life. There's a scene, and I use this example all the time, like so much so I'm a broken record. So if I said it on this show, then I'm just saying it again. So Dr. J is the star of the movie. Of course, Dr. J, 222, same birthday as mine, my hero. I'm watching the movie, and there's a scene where the little boy takes Dr. J, or Moses Guthrie, he takes his keys, and he's like all of 12 years old and starts pushing his whip, a Rolls Royce, around town. And he's selling him this whole idea about changing the name of the team to the Pittsburgh Pisces. And Dr. J goes along with the idea. He's like, that's a great idea, kid, because if he says no, there's no movie. So Moses Guthrie, Dr. J's character, says to the kid, whose name I don't remember because it doesn't matter, he says to him, how did you know that I would go for what you're saying? And he said the smartest, the most quotable line I've ever used in my life from a movie. Pisces respond to logic. Pisces always respond to logic. Boom. They could have shut the movie down right there. Good night. Good night. I'll just take my popcorn with me and my soda. That's all I need, because you're right. You're absolutely right, young man. How did you know that? So, make it make sense to us, and we're all aboard. So if you're ever trying to sell me on something, make it make sense. All right, here we are. Guess what we do? We do STEMs. STEM Research is the name of the show. Song, tracks, essential music. It's Friday, so we're playing disco, and we're doing 2 cuts. I found that the show runs long when I do 3. So I'm like, why am I, let's do 2. Let's do 2. Let's see where this 2 thing goes. And let's see if I can keep you guys' attention with 2 stems, because sometimes my attention span is short. So I'm running through them. But yesterday with the 2 stems that we did Marvin Gaye, Let's Get It On, and we did Teddy Pendergrass, Turn Out the Light. It was a very, I don't know. It's like really in-depth look into the song. So I think when we do 2 stems, and it's really up to me and how I feel, but there's a very in-depth, very thorough in-depth feel to the show when I just do 2 songs. When I do 3, sometimes I'm flying through them like, all right. And, also it depends on how many tracks are in the stem. If I'm doing 2 24-track stems like I am tonight, we can do 2 stems because we can really get into the breakdown of the vocals and all of the instruments. Whereas if I'm doing like a 10-track stem, it's a lot easier to work through because those stems are really like all of the vocals on one track, maybe some backgrounds, all of the drums on one track. So it gets a lot harder to like really go into depth into those. But when you got backgrounds like we did with Marvin and like we did with Teddy, forget about it. We can go hard. That's what she said. So tonight is one of those times with the 2 songs we have. We have first choice, Let No Man Put Us Under, which is probably like one of the first stems that I ever got. Like from the underground stem world, it was like, I need that first choice because, Let No Man Put Us Under is like, easily top 5, top 10, all-time greatest house. There's certain songs, and these 2 songs that we are playing tonight, let's be clear. When it comes to Chicago, they just call it house. I get a chance sometime to watch Easy Mo B on his Twitch channel, and I think his channel is Original Easy Mo B. Easy Mo B, if you're not familiar, is a producer. He produced Warning from Biggie. He produced Temptations from Pac. He produced a whole lot. He produced Doo Bop Song by Miles Davis. He was in a group called Rapping is Fundamental, and he's a rapper, producer, a DJ. But one of the things that I did not know that he did was play house. Like, that is his thing, is playing old school disco and house. And I first caught him on IG, and now I follow him on Twitch. And some of the records that he's playing, like, there's always a countdown to before he starts playing house, what he considers house, being from New York. And he'll be playing some disco record, and I'll be like, fam, you playing house right now? Fam, you playing house right now? Like, what do you mean you're playing house in 10 minutes? This is house. Like you could be playing Lovin' Is Really My Game, and the world will be like, that's disco. And I'm like, no, that's house. So I think living in Chicago for the last 25 years, as I have, I definitely have a skewed view of what disco and what house is. I think citizens, or the average person, when they come up to you and they say play some house, they definitely don't mean disco. They mean Brighter Days. They mean Percolator. They mean house hits. What are those house hits? Hey Hey, those 5 to 10 house hits that they've been playing at every party for the last 10, 15 years. That's what the average person means when they say house. When a DJ says house, it could be anything. But if a person says they're a house head, usually you could throw some disco in there. If they're over 50 and they say they're a house head, you can definitely play some disco. So, Let No Man Put Asunder in Chicago is easily a crutch record, yet it is a record that is a classic and will always work. So it's kind of if I need to get the ladies back, if I need to get people on the floor, if I need to get the party going, throw Let No Man Put Asunder over. And we can thank the Godfathers for that. We can thank Frankie Knuckles. We can thank Ron Hardy, because they, like so many other DJs in the 1970s, championed this record, so much so that Walter Gibbons, so the record initially came out. Yes, class has already begun. We're already talking about the S.T.E.M. and the song. Let's see. Classic is a word that Miles Franklin used. DJ Kemet, thank you for joining us, sir. Thank you for joining us. What out? Eastern 001, Robert Williams, Frankie, both from New York City originally. You don't have to remind me. We know. I always said this is a super random what if, since there's a new what if show on Disney Plus. Like, what if Frankie Knuckles didn't come to Chicago and it was, I don't know, Africa Bambaataa? Like, what if Africa Bambaataa moved to Chicago instead of Frankie Knuckles? Like, would Chicago be the home of hip hop? Just a super, super random what if. Maybe I'll start a DJ version and we'll start doing movies. Like, what if Africa Bambaataa moved to Chicago instead of Frankie Knuckles? What if Frankie Knuckles stayed in New York instead of moving to Chicago? All these things run through my Pisces head. Anyway, getting back to how this song developed into what it eventually became, which is now a classic. It is originally from an album from 1977 called Delusions, the same album with Dr. Love on it, the same album with the Stevie Wonder remake. It escapes my mind right now, as it always does. But there are some bangers. As a matter of fact, the Stevie Wonder song that they remade, which is like 6 or 7 minutes on the album, is super long. And it's the only extended version of that song. I always thought that was on a 12-inch, but it's not. It's not on a 12-inch. It's just super long on the album. And it's a great song. It probably the best somebody said to me that their cover of that Stevie Wonder song is better than the Stevie Wonder song, and I don't really argue with that because I'm a fan of that, of First Choice's version of the song. Anyway, so Let No Man Put Us Under is on that same album from 1977, Delusions. However, when Walter Gibbons remixed the song in 1979 is when the song really took off and got legs, because the version on the album is not the same as the Walter Gibbons version. It's short, but he stripped everything back, and if you listen to any Ron Hardy edit of Let No Man Put Us Under, he uses the Walter Gibbons version, which is used from I can't remember the name of the album, Disco Magic. So this Disco Magic album comes out in 79. It's got all these Walter Gibbons remixes, including Love Having You Around is the Stevie remake. Thank you so much, DJ Kimmett. That's why. Welcome to the Stimulators. The Stimulators also are here to stimulate my mind when I forget the little things because I had all this information in my head. So, Walter Gibbons did set it off. He's one of the all-time greats when it comes to remixes. So anyway, here in the city of Chicago, Frankie Knuckles and Ron Hardy championed that version of the song. Like, they played it to death. Everywhere you went, everywhere they played, they were playing that version of the Disco Magic version of Let No Man Put Us Under. So much so that Sal Soul is like, man, we gotta do some new remixes of this. So they commissioned Shep Pettibone and Frankie Knuckles to do newer, fresher remixes. And to be honest, although the Shep Pettibone is what some people consider the definitive version, because of Frankie Knuckles and Ron Hardy, and let's be clear, the Shep Pettibone version is the version that has been played the most anywhere. But when you hear the other version, when you hear the version from the Disco Magic album, the Walter Gibbons version, it definitely is like the Ron Hardy version of the song. And of course, the song itself, in all of its biblical meaning, and that's interesting in its own right. Let No Man Put Us Under, which is really from Matthew 19:6. Wait, let me get the quote, because y'all know I'm a heathen. So they are no longer two, but one flesh. Therefore, what God has joined together, let no one separate, which is from the New International Version of the Bible. The let no man put asunder, which is what has been joined by God, let no man put asunder, which is what they say in the song, actually is from the King James Version of the Bible, so the girls didn't write the song. The song is written by Bruce Gray and Bruce Hawes, a couple of guys from Philly, part of the Baker Harris Young team. And as we get to the vocals of the song and really get to breaking it down, it's really interesting how the gospel overtones of the song, and listening to it, we never really think about it. You just in the club, let no man put us under. Now, don't throw it away. And it's really a woman pleading with her man, like, I'm surprised to see your suitcase at the door. Like you can't leave, because we made a vow under God that we would stay together forever. And I'm like, wow. Like, so when you stop and think about the depth of the song, it's very spiritual, which also, full circle to the black experience, the black church, gospel type singing. All of these things are connected. They're connected, and they make this song great. So the gospel overtones that a heathen like myself doesn't even think about. I'm just like, let no man put us under. We got love too good to throw away. And, the person raised in church is like, man, that's Matthew 19, chapter 19, verse 6. And into a song. So so many levels and layers of what makes this song great, tying it into the gospel experience, tying it into a woman, which we live in a world now where you're like, a woman is pleading for a man to stay? And yes, two men wrote the song, but the lead singer, Rochelle Fleming, really sells it. Like, you believe everything she's saying. You believe she wants this man to stay. She does not want him to leave. And it goes down as one of the all-time great, most sampled, most replayed, Jack Your Body by Steve Silk-Hurley. The music, the bass line, the keyboards, all based off of Let No Man Put Us Under. So many hits, and, you know, the acapella and the aw shucks and all of that has been sampled by so many people so many times. I don't even want to go through all of the hundreds of samples. Even like, you could go to who sampled, and it's like, that doesn't even scrape the surface of all of the, you know, all the people that have actually sampled the song. Tasha Talks. It's the singing for me. It's the track, man. Also carried sway in LGBT clubs, going audiences. Absolutely. And that's another thing that we talk about on this show a lot, is the importance of the gay community and their acceptance of these songs, and how these songs crossed over from gay to straight. And, you know, I always say, Frankie Knuckles, Ron Hardy, Larry Levan, you know, just three examples of DJ heroes that are gay. So they initially probably played for gay crowds. Those crowds eventually started to become mainstream crowds, and then the music spread to everyone. So it's not just gay, but it's gay and it's straight. But those people that started it, and again, these overtones and these things in the song and the words, all of those things mean something to everybody. All right, so let's kick it off. Let's go into the track. David Mancuso, Nicky Siano. Absolutely. I could go on, and I normally do. But yeah, a lot of your DJ heroes, man, a lot of the guys that broke the records that became classics are gay. And that is a part of our DJ history. And it's something that we accept, and it is a great part of the history. So let's kick off the show with Let No Man Put Us Under from First Choice, produced by Baker Harris Young, the Baker Harris Young Experience, with Earl Young on drums, Ronnie Baker on guitar, I think, or is it bass? And Norman Harris on guitar and Ronnie Baker on bass. I had it backwards. So let's get into it. It's STEM Research, Mike, MF, and Love. Thank you so much for being a part of what we do. Let's go to the studio. Let's go to the tape. Very raw, very raw. It's raw steps, baby. Miss Jatan, good evening. Thank you for joining us. Rock with the music. Never hear the guitar. There you go. Listen to those guys play. Let's take all the music, all the words out. Rock with the music. Go if I can stay seated. Get up and dance. mix. How about the guitar right now? This Tom is killing it in a nightclub with a serious system in the 70s and 80s. When that Tom came in, it's a wrap. They still had the best sound systems back in the day. I don't think I've heard as good a sound system today as I used to hear back in the day. Mocha Goddess, thank you. And my DJ Killer Boy. Come on, guitars. Absolutely, Eastern, absolutely. Honorary houses. What's that, like every now and then? I didn't even think about that. Honorary. You just are. With house, you just are a house head. You don't have to attach honorary. Unless you're planning on jumping out in a while. Like, you know what? I like the honor for a while, and I'm good now. Where's Lesson? It's Friday night. It's Friday night. That's all I gotta say. And she's 23. Let's see if I got a text. Guitars don't want to stop. Look at that. Look at that. That's nice. That is dope. Okay, my son is 25. I get it. Well, my daughter is a part of the show. She should get this, or at least let me know. But I did hear her step outside the door and sounded like super geeked and excited to see her friends. Like she was 13 and hadn't seen them since school let out. I don't know. All right, so there you have it. The first run through of Let No Man Put Asunder from 1977. Written by Bruce Gray and Bruce Hawes, produced, as I said, by Baker Harris Young. We will get to the vocals, of course, in a little bit. Earl Young on drums, Ronnie Baker on bass, Norman Harris of BHY on guitar, Larry Washington on drums, Vincent Montana on vibes, Ron Have Mercy Kersey on I love that name. That's just a name I would see in the credits in the 80s. So I have to say it like that because I just remember it and that just being so cool. Like, these guys were some bad musicians and they gave themselves the greatest nicknames to put on the back of those album covers. And guess what, guys? We thank you. Us music nerds that had the albums in the 70s and 80s and 90s and 2000s and today, we picked up those albums and we studied them and we read them and we read those credits. And I remember that, like, more so than anybody else, because he did a bunch of where the rest of the guys did not continue as much, meaning their names weren't as prevalent. His name was definitely prevalent. I mean, I just remember that name, Ron Have Mercy Kersey. What a name. I love it. All right, so what we do is we start out with the drums. Let's break down the drums, the kick, the snare, the hi-hat microphone, the toms, all of that, courtesy of the man who has done so much damage and such an interesting drum pattern, such an interesting drum style on this record. But it is a classic style, and everyone knows it, Mr. Earl Young. So we start out. Start out with the drums. So, of course, you'll hear some of the other instruments bleeding into the drums on this, but for the most part, you're getting Earl Young's drums. Well, let's break it down. Let's go kick first. That's that Earl Young right there. All right, let's get his full drum kit back in there. Sizzling hi-hat, Earl Young signature. That's a very Earl Young signature groove right there. That's probably my favorite when he goes into that. Cymbals. Okay, so maybe it's somebody else playing the tom, because this is a completely separate. Let me take Earl's drums out. So that's completely separate. So unless he came back and just decided we're gonna play a separate tom, this is obviously not attached to the drum track. So forgive me again, unless he came back and did overdubs. But that's not his style. Like, listen to that. It's just kind of, I mean, it works for effect. Again, on a sound system, on a serious sound system in the 70s, 80s, 90s, this is killing. When this drops, this tom, it's like an 808. If you guys have never heard a real sound system, when they're playing disco records and disco records sound like rap records, like that's when you know you're in a party with a real system. The old warehouse, not the old, not the Frankie Knuckles warehouse. The warehouse I know from the 1990s in Chicago on Halsted and Randolph. Ooh-wee. I had never heard a sound system like that where disco records sounded like they sounded. But again, I'm a baby to the scene. I'm not an OG. I didn't hear Ronnie play. I wasn't around for that. Earl's cooking right now. Richard Wood system, I bet. Absolutely. He's eating right now. Eating good right now. Right now, it's Earl Young. All right, they start stripping the other instruments down. just gonna give you the whole drums. Got about 30 seconds left on it. So of course the drums, very major part in what made the song what it is. One of the greatest house records of all time. All right, there we go. That's 5 minutes and 5.5 minutes of Earl Young stroking them drums. All right, so we have congas, finger snaps, and let's do the bass as well. Oh, let's take it back. Let's back it up a little bit. We got a little ahead of ourselves. 2, 3, 4. As I said earlier, Mr. Ronnie Baker of BHY on bass. Who's on congas? Larry Washington. Larry has also doubled and played drums on some of these records, obviously not on this one, but his name does show up on congas with a lot of these South Soul era, Philly era, Sigma studio records. Oh, by the way, the song recorded in Sigma Studios, no need for the Sigma Sweethearts on this one. They're like, girls, you can go home. We got it. We're first choice. We got it. Uh-oh, somebody lost it a little bit. Now, let's take the congas out. Let's let Ron eat for a little bit. Nice. Ride with it. Woo! That's a classic bass line right there. That's a forever bass line. Chord changes. That's all it's about. That's what makes these records come alive. You just want to hear the synth, right? Like, where is it? There it is. I gotta pull it up. I'm not a happy man unless I hear that bass line with that synth, baby. That's classic. There it is. Ron Have Mercy Kersey on synthesizer with that classic riff. You've heard it your entire life. It's like memory lane for your lifetime. Chicago, New York City, ATL. And let Ron eat again. Back off. Throwing in the all shucks. Rochelle Fleming. We gonna get to vocals, man. Don't you worry. I love that synth, man. I'm telling you. That is an all-time synth riff. Like, that riff is so Chicago because it's in everything. It's Jack Your Body. It's this record. It's what are the other songs that sampled this? I know Jack Your Body, definitely. It's over. Over. It's all that. By Fingers Incorporated of Love. Fingers Inc. That's one of my, from 86. It's one of my favorite records of all time. Might pull it out. Give you guys a taste. Oh, come on, Ron. We have guitars next. Ron Baker, Michael Sugar Bear Foreman, and Jim Williams. Oh no, that's bass. Let's back it up to the top of the track and let's get some guitars in there. Normally we do guitar with the bass. Today we'll let the guitars shine on their own. Who's on guitar? Norman Harris and TJ Tyndall. Bobby Eli. Love that fuzzy joint. So rhythm guitar is always Norman Harris. Always. Let's do some finger snaps and everything. Some wood blocks. Rhodes, drop in for a little extra measure. Give you your fuzz. Guitar 2. So funky. Sing along, you know the words. So dope, so dope. Come on. Guitar 1. That's how we go back and forth between the fuzz and the rhythm. Love it, love it. Bobby Eli. That's a very big part of that record, that fuzz guitar. Both guitars together. Throw the Rhodes in. Set those tones up. Some tambourines in there, please. Fellas, come on. Now that right there, that there is the Walter Gibbons breakdown. That right there is Aw Shucks, Chicago version. That right there, that part is Frankie Knuckles, Ron Hardy. Let me play that again. Right here. This is where the Rhodes starts to eat. So we took the guitars out because I want the Rhodes to eat because he's going to go to town. Disco Madness, yes sir. Bulu, yes sir. Bulu Masters join us. What up? He stripped that down. Take the tambourines out. It claps. Drops the guitar. Such a Chicago record. We took it. I don't care. I don't care if it's made in Philly and the label was based out in New York. I don't care. It's ours. This is our record. I didn't hear a Larry Levan edit of this. I mean, I heard a Larry Levan edit of everything else. I'm just kidding. No city wars. Chicago is my adopted home. Mr. Eli. Thank you. All right, there it is. Let No Man Put Us Under. All of the musical elements, not very many. Tambourine, synth, Rhodes, 2 guitar tracks, a bass track, some finger snaps, some tambourines, I said, toms and drums. And you have a very stripped down production, but very effective, of course. So it is time for vocals. So let's get into it. There are some alternate verses, but not necessarily alternate takes. So we'll have fun with these. Of course, you guys will know the acapella has been used a million times, but there are some pieces in these vocals that are unused, so we'll be able to also kind of peel back some of the layers as well. So let's see, where do we start? Oh, okay, so there is an alternate vocal track, and we'll play that second. So we start with the lovely and talented Rochelle Fleming and her background singers, who also can double as lead singers, Miss Annette Guest and Ursula Herring, better known as First Choice.
I'm surprised to see your suitcase at the door. I'm surprised. Remember the good times. Don't you want some more? Don't you want it? It's not a perfect love, but I'll defend it. I'm surprised. 'Cause I believe it's what God intended.
All right, stop. So, classic opening line. Just greeting her man. Like, what's going on, bro? I'm surprised. You and your things are at the door. Remember the good times? Come on. Don't you want some more? So many samples, so many ladies singing in the party. Let's do it again from the top.
I'm surprised to see your suitcase at the door. I'm surprised. Remember the good times. Don't you want some more? Don't you want it? It's not a perfect love, but I'll defend it. I'm surprised. 'Cause I believe it's what God intended. We got a love.
Harmony.
Too good to throw away. It's not over between you and me. It's not over, I don't want to be free. What has been joined by God, by God, let no man put us under. Now, don't throw it away. Don't throw it away.
All right, we got to back it up. Because as I said, the gospel overtones of this song. Let me take the backgrounds out. Let me just let Rochelle eat as she sings and talks about God's importance in her life. I know somebody else wrote the words, but she's delivering them like she wrote it.
Not over between you and me. It's not over. By God, by God.
You never hear that. You never hear that. It's always buried under the backgrounds, and the backgrounds is effective. But that's a riff right there, man. Come on, let's do it again.
By God, by God.
All right, so we got to go back and do the backgrounds because it's only right. It's only fair. That's what we do on STEM Research. We are here to break the song down. So if you're like, stop stopping the song, that's what we kind of do.
It's not over. I don't want to be free. What has been joined by God, by God, let no man put us under. Now, don't throw it away. Don't throw it away.
Woo! Come on.
I can hear those words spoken as I stood.
There I stood,
making vows to love if times were bad or good.
Don't you want it?
I'm convinced that what is meant to be will be.
It will be.
Even the stars declare that you belong to me.
We got a love too good to throw away.
All right, stop. So I'm going to give you, we breaking down every verse individually. So you can hear Rochelle Fleming singing lead without the background so you can understand how great that verse is. She's killing it.
I can hear those words spoken as I stood, making vows to love if times were bad or good. I'm convinced that what is meant to be will be. Even the stars declare that you belong to me. We got love too good. Oh, it's not over between you and me. I don't wanna be free. By God, by God.
A lot of breath, a lot of breathing. She's going for it. She's singing. In today's world, they take all those breaths out, all of that breathing, all of that extra, but that's a part of what makes the song alive, is her breathing and getting into the song. Now the backgrounds. Wait, did they laugh? Did they chuckle? Is that a chuckle in between?
It's not over. I don't want to be free. What has been joined by God, let no man put us under. Now, don't throw it away. Don't throw it away. Don't wanna be free. I don't wanna be free between you and me. It's not over. It's not over.
Okay, so there is an alternate verse that she starts on a different track, and it's all going to balance out to be this back and forth thing that she does on the all shucks part. But initially, it's all over the place. So I'll play it, and then I'll let it continue to play, and you'll see that she'll start going back and forth with the verse.
Don't wanna be free. I don't wanna be free. I don't wanna be free between you and me. It's not over. It's not over. I don't wanna be free. I gotta have you, baby. Cause I need you, cause I want you. I got to have you every day of my doggone life. It's not over. No. Hey, it's not over. Cause I need you, I want you, I got to have you, baby, every day of my doggone life. baby. Oh, shucks. Honey, let me tell you something.
Right there, right there, right there, right there. So let's take the other track out so you can get your all shucks, because you know that's
Need
it.
you, I want you, I got to have you, baby. Hey, hey, hey.
They went back and forth between this main track and the other track.
Over. Cause I need you, I want you, I got to have you, baby. Hey, 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 baby, baby, baby. Oh, shucks. Honey, let me tell you something.
Ad libs.
Now, they call me an Aquarius.
Yeah.
Now, you know what that means? That means that no man in the world can let go of this Aquarian. You dig where I'm coming from, baby? So, like you see, I got something here.
I got something
that you don't ever want to turn.
So right there is where she gets it together. And that's where they use, but everything before that, all that talk, it's like, you're like, why is she messing up my favorite part of the song? It's just, again, stuff that ends up on the cutting room floor that you can discover on
Let me
STEM
tell you
research.
something. Now, they call me an Aquarius.
Yeah.
Now, you know what that means? That means that no man in the world can let go of this Aquarian. You dig where I'm coming from, baby? So, like you see, I got something here.
I got something
that you don't ever want to turn down.
ever want to turn
I got something for your mind.
Now, that's all, again, on the second track. So I'll take out the lead vocal, and you can just hear her ad-libbing with herself.
No, I got to have it. I got something ever want to turn down. Your mind, your soul, every day of my life, honey. Every day, baby, baby, come on.
So it's something that's so obviously an overdub, but you're singing all of that when you're listening to the song, which is incredible.
No man in the world can let go of this Aquarian. You dig where I'm coming from, baby? So, like you see, I got something here.
I got something
that you don't ever want to turn down.
ever want to turn
I got something
down.
for your mind, your body, and your soul.
Your mind, your soul.
Every day of my life.
Every day of my life.
Every
honey.
day of my life.
Every day
of my life. Ooh, baby.
Baby.
Ooh, baby.
Baby.
Come on and get you some
Come
more.
on.
Come on and get you some
Come
more.
on and get you
Let no
some
man
more.
put us under. I don't want to
Oh,
ever
no.
get married to nobody else but you, baby. You
right,
hear what I'm
honey.
saying? You hear where I'm coming from? Oh, it's not over. No, it's not over between you and me. Oh, no, it's not over. Oh, baby. It's not over. No.
All right, so let's go back and just do her ad-lib track that went with that. It's ridiculous.
Honey, every day, baby, come on and get you some more.
Oh, no. You're right, honey.
Hey, no. Oh, no, it's not over. Baby. No. Cause I want you, cause I have you, cause I have you every day of my doggone life. Hey, baby, it's not over. Cause I want you, I need you right now.
It's not over.
Right by my side.
It's not over.
Yeah.
It's not over.
It's not over. No.
It's not over.
As Ursula said in the beginning, no.
It's not
The net came back with, it's not over.
It's not
And of course,
over.
yours truly, between you and me.
It's not over.
Okay, so she gave credit to the band, and that did not make the record. So she's showing love to her girls. And it's like the whole time you think that it's her
I
singing.
need you right now. Right by my side. Yeah, yeah. It's not over. No, no. As Ursula said in the beginning, no, 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 no. The net came back with, it's not over, it's not over. Then, of course, yours truly, between you and me. Hey, hey, baby. Hey, 'cause I need it, 'cause I want you. I got to have it every day of my life. Hey, hey, oh, baby. Sing it, girls, sing it to me. It's not over, no, 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 no. Between you and me. 'Cause I don't want to be free. It's not over between you and me.
All right, let's go back. So there's the other track that she was going back and forth with. So let's see what her ad-libs on that track.
'Cause I want you, I got to have you every day of my doggone life. Hey, hey.
Don't we name our kids Ursula anymore?
I got to have you every day of my life. Oh, oh. I got to have you right here.
These are the ones Frankie used.
Right chair by my side.
And
Hey, hey.
Masters at Work uses this as well.
Right. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Hey, hey. 'Cause I want you and I need you every day of my life.
It's not
Oh,
over.
baby. Say it, girl.
Not over.
Do what she's saying.
It's
Oh,
not
over. Oh, no. I don't want to be free. I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to.
She don't want to be free. She wants her man to be there and not go anywhere. Don't go nowhere. It's not over between me and you. All right. A little bit of the alternate take from the beginning. She sang it a little different, but from the first verse.
I'm surprised to see your suitcase at the door. Oh, remember the good times, don't you want some more? It's not a perfect love, but I'll defend it. 'Cause I believe it's what God intended. We gotta love too doggone good. Oh, hey, 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 it's not over between you and me. It's not, oh, I don't wanna be free. But God, let no man put us under.
Just a different alternate take, alternate vocal, different inflection, change the vocal a little bit.
I can hear those words spoken as we stood, making vows to love if times were bad or good. I'm convinced that what is meant to
DJ
be.
Lazy E, what up?
Even the stars declare that you belong to me. We gotta
come on.
love too doggone good. Oh, hey, it's not over between you and me. It's not over. I don't wanna be free. By God, let no man put us under.
All right, let's move it up a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
That was the same.
Between you and me. Hey, I don't wanna be free. Do-do-do. 'Cause I want you, 'cause I need it. I got to have it every day of my doggone life. It's not over, no, no. It's not over, no. Hey, don't leave me this way.
I wanna love you some more, more, more. Squeeze me tight, hold me right all night. I mean, hey, baby. You know what they call me? The sexy Aquarian. You know what that means?
I think they use
That means you don't ever want to turn this down. No, sugar, you don't want to leave. Not right now. I mean, come on and get you some more. Come on and get you some more. Let no man put us under. I don't want to ever get married to nobody else but you, baby.
Which version is that?
You hear what I'm saying? You dig where I'm coming from? Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Right now, baby.
Smoother verse.
You can have it if you want it. Oh, I'll make your home a sweet paradise. I'll make everything all right. Hey, baby. Come on and love me some more. Make sweet love to me all the night. Oh, baby, hold me tight. I want you to treat me right. Don't never let me go, no. No, baby, I want you right by my side.
Come on.
No. It's not over, no. Hey, 'cause I love you and I want you, baby.
Come on, Rochelle.
Don't never let me go, no. Hey, between me and you. Be my sugar daddy one more time.
Somebody use that.
Hey, 'cause I love you, I want you, I got to have you. Baby.
Frankie Knuckles, thank you.
Oh, no. Hey, I want you, I got to have you. I want to need you to ride by my side. It's not over, no. Between you and me. Hey, baby. No.
So sometimes DJs can have too much of a good thing, and that's a good thing, or not too much of a good thing. So the good thing was a whole lot of extra Rochelle Fleming takes that, if you know the song well, were copied and pasted and used in different parts of different versions of the song. Bulu Master was saying, some of those vocals were used in the Frankie Knuckles mix. Some of those vocals were never used on anything. And then there were some ad-libs and some takes that, used a little bit of both, So that was a good thing. And, of course, with her being a great singer, it definitely helped make that song a classic. Let me play a little bit of the answer. I thought this was dope. Chicago version. We'll play it later. Okay, so let's get to our next stem. Let me make sure that all of our settings are right. Got the mixer. We got the built-in input. Then we'll go back to USB and we'll hit OK. And let's see here.
Between you and me, never again, no will this be.
Hey.
It's all over.
That's a little bit of the Fingers Incorporated answer to that, which I always thought was dope to just basically address all the things she said, just from the guy's perspective. I liked her version because it was like, so a woman is pleading for a guy to stay, and meant it, But shout out to Larry Heard and Robert Owens for dropping the classic in '86. All right, next we have Peace Pipe. Wow. So BT Express from 1975 from the Non-Stop album. I have had issues and double check settings. Thank you so much, DJ Circuit. So Peace Pipe is another house disco classic from 1975. It is a song that did extremely well on the black chart. It went to number 5 on the chart. It went to number 1 on the dance chart. And it went to number 31 pop, which isn't that bad for such a song. Like, for this song to be Peace Pipe, a song about smoking a pipe and passing it around, damn good. Damn good job. The album was the number 1 black album in the country for a little while because BT Express in 1974 was coming off of their incredible debut album, Do It Till You Satisfied, which that album is like a sample. Like, the first 4 songs on the album are like sample heaven. And there's a bunch of album cuts on that first BT Express album that have been used and sampled and used as breaks in all types of hip-hop songs. So shout out to BT Express for coming out of the gate really strong. Express was the first song on their first album, which, of course, ended up being a song that the JBs and James Brown covered and changed it to It's Not the Express, it's the JB's Monorail, which would be fighting words in the 2010s. Like, if somebody took your song, remade it, and said, it's not the Express, it's the JB's Monorail, like dissing the name of your song on a remake of the song, we're fighting. Like, I don't need to see you in the street. If I see you in the streets, it's on. And you didn't give me writer's credit on the jacket, which James Brown never did when he was remaking other people's songs. It was just like, James Brown and the JBs. What? Fam, that's Express slowed down. What are you doing? Anyway, we're talking about Peace Pipe. As I play the instrumental stem, you will notice the differences in the arrangement of the song. It's just completely arranged differently, and we have to give credit where credit is due to Mr. Tom Moulton, who is uncredited as the remixer of the song. He did the disco mix that is on the album. he did a lot of mixing of a lot of records, and he did a lot of editing of a lot of records, and he didn't get a lot of credit on a lot of those things. But later on in the years, as his name grew in popularity, past the 80s into the 90s and beyond, then they started putting his name like, oh, Tom Moulton did that. And so I would like download a compilation, and Peace Pipe was on there, and it would be like original Tom Moulton mix. And I'd be like, oh, I can't wait to hear this. Like, maybe it's a different version, and it would be Peace Pipe. I'd be like, bro, this is Peace Pipe. What do you mean Tom Moulton mix? Oh, he did the mix. So, again, when I play the instrumental, you'll notice the differences, and that just goes to show and prove that Tom Moulton's genius definitely had a part of making this song great. So, all of the elements in the song are there, of course. They're just rearranged, muted, changed, dropped out, moved around, all of that other good stuff. So, another record that we consider house in Chicago, disco, deep house, whatever you want to call it. A song that has been getting played in parties since 1975 and is a standard and will guaranteed to rock a party. Eastern 001, his extended version of Patty Joe's Make Me Believe in You. Disco Boogie said every Chicago DJ's cut right there. Tom was busy. Tom was busy. That Philadelphia International, those extended versions, just that alone, that double pack, that album that came out in the 70s, like that was, every DJ needed that. Like that was the extended version of Bad Luck. That was the extended version of Don't Leave Me This Way. That was the extended version of I Always Love My Mama. Like, you had to have that Philadelphia International double pack that we never knew Tom Moulton did the remixes and edits to until years later because he wasn't credited. But another thing that we learned from listening to these stems is he really just took the instrumental, started it with a really long instrumental because a lot of times you will read, if you like do your research, you'll read that in some cases he went in, Tom Moulton I'm speaking of now, he went in and had the band cut new parts, et cetera, et cetera. But when we listen to these Philadelphia international records, when we listen to Peace Pipe, you'll see that he just extended all of the elements that were already there. They faded those songs out at the 3-4 minute mark on the radio, or on the album, but they kept going. They kept going and going and going, especially on those Philly international records. Sometimes 3-4 extra minutes. So, Peace Pipe, let's get into it. From 1975, BT Express, originally named the Brooklyn Transit Express. With Barbara Joyce on lead vocals. All right, but we'll get to that, of course, when we get to actual vocals. So let's bring the music down and let's get into Peace Pipe, a Chicago classic on STEM Research. They hit Clarence in the beginning. That's how Moulton hit Clarence. Greer, what down? Jerry Michaels, what down? There it is. BT Express, the Brooklyn Transit Express. Brought to you in part by Mr. Randy Randy Miller, among others. Randy Miller, whatever, how you pronounce dude name, buddy name. Peace Pipe, man, there you go. Pass it around. It's a classic. Al Greer has been playing it since 1975. Well, I was 13. I was 13 when that record came out, and no, he was way older than that. I was 25, actually. All right, so it's STEM research, so we break it down. So we gave you an instrumental pass, and it's funny because a lot of the song is instrumental anyway, but you kind of get a general feeling of the vibe of the whole song. One of the things that you notice right off the bat, and I talked about this before I started playing the song, is that Tom Moulton muted the sax in the beginning of the song. So the sax, so Clarence don't get his just due again. Again, Clarence is faded, completely faded out at the beginning of the song, but is used throughout. So he probably took the sax in the beginning of the song and used it near the end of the song because as I'm looking at how the track is played out, in the second part of the song, the sax only plays for so long. So he did some magic editing and took the beginning sax and put it on the end of the song. So that's one of the big changes. But other than that, you know how we do. Let's start out with the drums. No tambourine, just drums. Muller, thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you. Phonetic always helps me. Phonetic spellings, baby. That'll do it. Randy Muller. All right, who we have on drums? We have Mr. Terrell Wood holding down the drums, holding down the kit for BT Express. Quality drumming. Quality. Eating out the gate. You got to. It's a very strong part of the record. Ooh. Come on, Terrell. Absolutely in the pocket. That disco pocket. Funk drumming. Not disco drumming, this is funk drumming. We're gonna let Terrell eat whole time, whole rip. Nice roll into that pre-chorus. Smoke it. Four on the floor. We'll smoke it. He comes out of smoking, blazing. He comes out smoking. Okay. I didn't know. He got funky with the riff there. Come on, let's back it up a little bit. Let's back it all the way to the beginning of the smoke. Let's go back. Let's go back to the roll into the smoke. If you're not familiar with Peace Pipe, you should be. It's a disco standard, a house music classic. Smoke it. It's called 4 on the Floor. Come on. He killed that. No tambo, just drums. The tambourine is a big part of this, right? You thought that? Nah, it's not part of the drum. It's separate tambo. Get the tambourine man in a minute. Come on, Terrell. Would have been sampled by every hip-hop rapper known to mankind. only they had the stems. Actually, if you're going to sample someone's work, you can get the original master to sample from. The master tracks. If it's available, of course. At the end there. A little reverb on the drum. All right, there it is. Mr. Terrell Wood on drums. Let's go with the tambourine, and then we'll go to the bass and some of the other instruments. Tambourine, man. Come on. Don't tell me this ain't a big part of this record. Tell me this tambourine ain't a big part of this. Merry Christmas, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's back it up. Let's put the bass in. Let's give you some bass to go with that tambo. I need with that also. I need strings with that. I need strings with that too. So let's do that with strings, bass, tambourine. All right, let's take it from the top. Merry Christmas. Elements, breaking it down. This is STEM Research, Mike MFN Love. Strings. On strings, Mr. Irving Spice. Come on. That's a name. That's a name for a string player. Strings and bass, tambourine. Not an over-the-top usage of strings. Definitely isn't Philadelphia-esque or Motown-esque, but effective. It gets the point across. It's disco. Well, yeah, give us some strings. Bring in your cello, would you? Hey, Irving Spice, bring your cello. Thanks, bro. Claps. Strings again. I like the way they come in, not on the one, kind of like on the two or three. One, two, on the two. Y'all smoking? I said, are y'all smoking? Guitar, lead guitar, rhythm guitar, strings. Irving Spice Boy on strings. You know these guys? Uncle Al Greer knows these guys. They're a group of guys? Irving Spice Boys? What? It's not one guy? It's a group of guys? Come on. This is why we have the stimulators. This is why we have this conversation, because our community is about educating each other, telling us things. I don't know everything. As a matter of fact, I don't know anything. Choppy at the end. It's tape got a little screwed. Tape got a little screwy at the end. All right, so it is time for us to introduce some bongos. We have a breakdown guitar. We have a guitar in the beginning of the song we have not touched. Let's take the claps out. Let's see. Let's put in the organ and the sax. All right. We can take the strings out because we let the strings eat the whole song. The Irving Spice Boys. Thank you, Uncle Al Greer. Skippy Skip, welcome. Brandon, what down? Inclusive, I never listened to these songs the same after class. I love when people tell me that. I got a message from Ms. Aima the other day, and she was listening to In Vogue, You're Never Gonna Get It was playing on satellite radio or something. She took a picture of the radio and the song listing across the screen, and she was like, I'm hearing all the elements. I was like, I'm so proud. Like, it's so dope to hear these songs differently. Yeah, and that's what we're here for, man. The music nerd in you. So let's break it down. Let's take the rhythm guitar. Let's take the guitar out. Saxophone. Bongos in the back. In case you're wondering where the bongo sound came from. We have rhythm guitar, bongos, lead guitar, organ, sax. Let's take the guitar out. All this sax was used in the second part of the song. Bongo and sax. It's the hook. Pass it around. Clav sounds like clavinet. Take the sax out. Let the clav eat. Who's on organ? Louis Risbrook on organ. Mr. Louis Risbrook. I had to get that smoking again. I had to get that. It's the sax. A hidden clavinet that you knew nothing about. do that part out of town, that's when you that's when you find your shy people. Yes. The woo, bump, bump, bump. Woo. Yeah, that's definitely Chicago. Definitely a Chicago classic. A classic in many places, but this city is special. Chicago is a special place, and it seems like sometimes people only realize that when they go somewhere else, like you're out of town and the food sucks or it's different and the music sucks or it's different, and then you're like, man, Chicago is the shit. And I'll be like, nah, I've been trying to tell you that for quite some time, buddy. Chicago is a special place. When I talk to my DJ friends and we talk about the types of music that we can play and get away with, you're like, Tavares, never had a love like this before. Like, I'd be like, yeah, I could play that. It's like on a Saturday night at this spot, when I was DJing regularly. And which is why I'm not DJing anymore, because I was playing Tavares records at 11 o'clock and people want to turn up in the party. But it'd be people out on the floor stepping. I'm like, what do you want to do? What do you do? They're out there dancing. So here we go. It is time for us to get into some vocals. Who is on vocals on this song? A very interesting song. Again, it went number 5 on the block chart, so it's a top 5 smash. Barbara Joyce is the lead vocalist, along with Richard Thompson, who also doubled on guitar. And so, yeah, from the Nonstop album. This is, it's not like Peace Pipe was on a 12-inch, so everybody always had that Nonstop album, man. This album went number 1 for a reason, because you had to have Peace Pipe. It was the only way you can get it, unless you're playing it off 45. I do not like the 45 version of this song. And so many stations in Chicago play the short version. I'd be like, stop. Will you play the full length Tom Moulton mix? All right, so let's get into the vocals. It is time for us to strip away everything. We strip away all of the instruments and just let the vocalists do their thing, sing along with the words. My older sister's uncle is Morris Price, trumpet player, brass construction. That's what's up, J.U. Ice. The music and the culture is second to none in Chicago, absolutely. Hence the name Brandon Chicago. I mean, come on, this guy. You see this guy's name, Brandon Chicago. They didn't even know any better. All right, let's jump into it. Chorus vocals. There's 3 vocal tracks. There is a chorus vocal track, a female vocal track, and a background male vocal track. So, as the song goes on, we'll do our magic and we'll pop in back and forth between the different tracks and mute out certain things so you can get a understanding or a better view of the vocalist. All right, so let's do it.
Put it in your peace pipe. Yeah. Smoke it all out. What say? Put it in your peace pipe. Can we?
Thank you, Disco Boogie.
Smoke it all out.
45 is the
What
worst.
say? Put it in your peace pipe. And we give a little love. Smoke it all out. Peace. Put it in your peace pipe. Have a little understanding. Smoke it all out. Yeah, yeah. Put it in your peace pipe. Everybody get some. Smoke it all out. Everybody get a little bit. Put it in your peace pipe. Peace. And smoke it all out.
Okay. All right. So right off the fucking bat, bro, she's snapping. It's a subdued, but she's snapping. Like, she's snapping. All right. So let's take the chorus out and let's just let Barbara, such an old school name, Aunt Barbara, before TT. All right, here we go. Aunt Barbara. Let's let Aunt Barbara eat. All right, she was gone, and then we'll go back and we'll do the hook.
Yeah. What say? Can we? What say? Can we give a little love?
very Caroline Crawford-esque.
Have a little understanding. Yeah, yeah. Everybody gets some.
Come on.
Everybody get a little bit. Peace. And pass it around.
I'm sorry. I got to go back. She got to eat again. She's not getting her nourishment. She's not getting enough to eat. She must eat again. I love this verse, man. She's snapping hard. It's just a song, man. It's just countless parties. And then now to be able to hear it without, all the background and all the noise. And you can hear that the mix is different. She's singing over the different mix with the saxophones they took all of that out. And none of it's leaking into the track. It's super dope.
Yeah.
Dorothy Morrison. Nice.
What say? Can we? What say?
Sign.
Can we give a little love? Peace. Have a little understanding.
That's my part.
Yeah, yeah. Everybody gets some. Everybody get a little bit. Peace. And pass it around.
I've never really been that crazy of her passing around over the ending part, but it is what it is. All right, let's do the hook.
Put it in your peace pipe. Smoke it all out. Put it in your peace pipe. Smoke it all out.
London Michelle, what down?
Put it in your peace pipe. Smoke it all out. Put it in your peace pipe. Smoke it all out.
She's singing background too.
Put it in your peace pipe. Smoke it all out. Put it in your peace pipe. Smoke it all out.
Let's go.
Put in some love, some understanding.
Then add a little humanity.
Put in some faith, put in some kindness. Light it up and pass it to me.
Do you understand what she is singing about? Do you understand the words that are coming out of her mouth? It's like peace, love, understanding. In 75, like she's singing hippie-esque stuff over a general vibe of Native American. So the general vibe is smoking on your peace pipe. Let's create peace in this world. Incredible. Incredible. Let's take it back.
Put in some love, some understanding.
Then add a little humanity.
Put in some faith.
Faith.
Put in some kindness. Light it up and pass it to me.
Come on.
Put it in your peace pipe. Yeah. Smoke it all out. What you say? Put it in your peace pipe. Problems in Vietnam. Smoke it all out. Congress.
Vietnam.
Put it in your peace pipe. Albany.
We going back.
Smoke it all out. Problems in the world. Put it in your peace pipe. Problems in your home. Smoke it all out. Can we put it in your peace pipe? Say, smoke it all out. Can we put it in your peace pipe? Say, smoke it all out.
All right. So we'll go back and let's hear T.T. Barbara. Let's take the chorus out. Second verse.
Yeah. What you say?
Second hook.
Problems in Vietnam. Congress.
Congress.
Albany.
I never knew.
Problems in the world. Problems in your home. Can we? What say? Can we? What say?
Turn it up. Time for verses.
Blend in some truth with some compassion.
Then add a spoon of brotherly love.
Spoon?
Then form a line of all mankind.
And pass the pipe around the world.
All right, so there's a lot going on there. She's obviously singing over another vocal track that they did not use, but you can hear it leaking into her verse while she's singing over it.
Blend in some truth with some
Well, you could hear it when I had the background vocal track punched in, which I don't anymore. So, all right, here we go.
blend in some truth with some compassion. Then form a line of all mankind.
All right, let's back it up. Let's go to the background vocals, background vocalists. Let's take T.T. Barbara out. Let's punch up the background. So you can hear that. You can hear the other vocal track that they're singing their backgrounds to. They didn't make the final cut.
Then add a spoon of brotherly love. And pass the pipe around the world.
Smoke it. Smoke it. Smoke it. Smoke it. Smoke it.
Sorry.
Smoke it. Smoke it. Smoke it. Smoke it.
Put it in your peace pipe.
Yeah.
Smoke it all out.
What say?
So another edit. Again, another part of the greatness of Tom Moulton is now all of this part is hook. But on the record, it's nothing but break. And then you have the hook at the end of the song. But again, the magic of that's a disco mix. What we hear, what we know from the album is a Tom Moulton disco mix. So applause. Give that brother his flowers right now for arranging and rearranging this song to make it as great as it became.
Smoke it.
Put it in your peace pipe.
Yeah.
Smoke it all out.
What say?
Albany makes sense?
Put it in your peace pipe.
Can we?
Smoke it all out.
What say?
Put it in your peace pipe.
Can we give a little love?
Smoke it all out.
Peace. Have a little understanding. Yeah. Everybody get some.
Background vocals out.
Everybody get a little bit.
Just T.T. Barber right now.
Peace. And pass it around. All the world's join hands.
Oh, I mean, I know where it is. I just didn't
Europe.
understand the connection.
Africa.
DJ Neil, what up?
Asia. Germany.
And of course, they're from New York. It makes sense. Thank you,
And
guys.
pass it around.
Come on.
Get a little bit.
Smoke it all out.
Peace.
Put it in your peace pipe.
Love. And
Smoke
pass
it
it
all
around. Join in.
Just
And
lead.
pass it around.
Just lead to the end. Just lead to the end. Let's go.
All the world, I want you to join hands with me.
Come on.
If you believe in love,
Come on, preacher. Come on.
I want you to smoke a little bit. So light it on up.
Okay.
I want you to all join hands.
Okay, we are now in my favorite territory on STEM research. We are into uncovered, unused cutting room floor lyrics, ad-libs that we've never heard before are now being exposed and can be used for remixing.
Love and pass it around. Join in, and pass it around. All the world, I want you to join hands with me. If you believe in love, I want you to smoke a little bit.
Come on.
So light it on up. I want you to all join hands and let us smoke it all out.
Come on, Barbara.
Problems in Vietnam.
Where else?
Congress. Albany.
Upstate New York. Thank you, guys.
And smoke it all out.
Nice, nice, nice. Ms. Barbara Joyce on vocals. The singers just sang. Like, I mentioned Caroline Crawford. Caroline, not Carolyn. Caroline. Let's be clear. Black 70s. Caroline Crawford. Miss Barbara. The girls from earlier, First Choice. They were just singers. Like, everybody. Like, nowadays it'd be like, well, I like this singer, and I like this singer, and I like this singer, and I like, I like these. I don't like them, but I like her. I like her, literally. I like her, because her reminds me of them from back then. But back then, it was like, yeah, that girl on BT Express whose name I don't know is singing her ass off. Or that girl on the Bohannon songs that I only know her name because of Me and the Band, because they just made random songs where they went through the band and introduced themselves. The Jam and the Bohannon song where it's two of my favorite songs of all time. I love them. Can't wait to get stems on them, so we can break that kind of stuff down. You think I do commentary on these? Don't let me get Me and the Gang. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. Speaking of it's a wrap, we are coming to the end of class. Oh, 2 stems have actually made it to 10 o'clock, and we're not really running over. 2 stems might be the wave of the future. Let's send our shout-outs. Before we do, though, I would like to thank you guys again, as I do always, for being a part of the show. The Stimulators is that's our community. So it's STEM-U. We jump into the conversation. So whether you're watching and lurking or you're actually active in the conversation, that's what I love the most about this show, other than the stems, is that we are talking about the music. And, a lot of times chats and comment sections can get caught up in a whole lot of other things. And as a DJ and a person that loves music, if you see me in somebody's chat, I'm always talking about the songs the DJ is playing, because that's really what I'm there for, and that's all I care about. I, of course, shout out and say what's up to all of the people in the chat and all of that. But, again, thank you. Our community is growing. Shout out again always to DJ Kemet for his raids and his support and just spreading love. I was thinking about that today. The guy's motto is spread love. And when he's on his lives, that's all he is doing, is spreading love. And he is the embodiment of that. So shout out to him and London Michelle for being a part of what we do and just coming back. You know what I'm saying? So that's that, first of all. Second of all, Bandcamp. Make sure you check out the Bandcamp. I put some new joints up. Put a new joint up today, I should say. I did a edit of Stop Bejon that I had been sitting on for like 6 months, and I was like, I need to just put this thing up here. And it's gotten some good feedback, and people are feeling it, because people are feeling Stop Bejon, because it's a Chicago classic. So I took it and kind of chopped it up, because the record in itself is like 7/8 or something like that. It's like a super random time signature. It's like dun 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 dun. It's 7/8. It's ridiculous, and I made it 4/4 by chopping it up, and it's really respectable to the song, but it's also stretched and it's faster. So, if you like that kind of thing, check out my Bandcamp, which is Mike MFN Love. Bandcamp.com/Mike MFN Love. It is shout out time. So it is time for me to shout out the people who are on the feed and the people who are lurking. Academy Impossible. And of course to the bots who are just here every day, and they're bots, and maybe they're not real people, maybe they're bots, but they get a shout out anyway. We have no moderator today. I'll have a conversation with Lesson when she gets in. She'll stumble in, hopefully, Lord willing. Academy Impossible, Al P. Greer, Uncle Al, thank you so much. Another TV viewer, A10, Bulu Master, Brando Chicago, Business Daddy, Casino Thanks, Commander Root. Again, shouting out bots, but it's all love. I don't know how it works. I don't know. What are they like? Y'all explain it to me. Better yet, I'll ask Lesson. DJ PJ. Disco Boogie 85, DJ Joe Sherrill, DJ Neil 1, DJ Circuit, Eastern 001, Elliot Range, Jerry Michaels, Joint Effort, London Michelle, thank you. It just rings in your head. You know what I'm saying? Like you can hear something so much that it becomes an automatopoeia. Matthew Winson, Mr. Majors, Nick Clusive, NTJ Chicago, or Orthogon Realty. Yeah, Reality. Orthogon Reality. There we go. Slow down, bro. Reuvenator, Shaggy Nice, Shalise R, Skippy Skip, Stan Kubrick, The Gym Addict, the original DJ JUI's Tiffany Rainbow, and William H. Jones the Fourth. Thank you, guys. Monday, we're going cheesy. I'm pulling out a couple of cheesy. I already had these lined up, so at least I know I got Monday's stems lined up. We're going cheesy stems for Monday. 2 cheesy pop songs. I'm super excited about them, and I'm excited to break them down. They're cheesy R&B. One's a cheesy R&B song, and one's a cheesy pop song. New edition, Popcorn Love, hence the name, Popcorn Love, from their debut album, Candy Girl, from 1980. What for? So that is the first, or is that 83? No, that's 83, because we just played Candy Girl last week, bro. 1983. And then we'll wrap it up with 1985's Rhythm of the Night from DeBarge, which is Burn This Disco Out Is Not Cheesy? You know what, Bulu? We're going to do, that's going to be our Michael Jackson song for next week. We always do a Michael Jackson song. Let's keep it in the family. I won't put that in. It's, you know what? When you get into the stems, it's a dope song. But I never listened to Burn This Disco. That's the one song. I'll listen to Girlfriend on Off the Wall before I listen to Burn This Disco Out. Burn This Disco Out is the last song on the album, if I'm not mistaken. My guy's like, man, Off the Walls are top to bottom, every cut. I'm like, bro, Burn This Disco Out? Yes, even Burn This Disco. Stop lying to yourself. So, to me, and only me, and you guys tell me, you stimulators, y'all let me know. Burn This Disco Out stops that album from being a top to bottom. If you listen to Burn This Disco Out, you're a great man and or woman. Yes, we will break it down. Maybe Tuesday, maybe Wednesday, but Burn This Disco Out, definitely. We have the stems, and we will break it down because it's Mike, and that's what you do. Maybe it'll change my mind. Sometimes STEM research changes my mind about songs. Rhythm of the Night, I never liked, but I have a different appreciation for it after listening to the stems. It's like 500 instruments in that song. It's like 98 tracks, 56 instruments. program drums and live drums. It's all over the place. It's like that song is super extra, and all the ad-libs and party tracks in the world. So I'm excited about that. Popcorn Love I was listening to today. The boys are singing with a lot more authority, and they're more sure of themselves than they were on the Candy Girl stems. I'm just giving it all away. So make sure you check in Monday. If you do not follow me on IG, please do. Please follow me on Instagram. I'm Mike MFN Love on everything. I post in my story and on my timeline Monday through Friday what the STEM of the day is going to be, so you can kind of prepare yourself. Like, oh, I'm definitely going to be a part of that, or maybe not, bro. But it gives you an idea of what the STEM is going to be and what to look forward to. And I try to. I realize that I don't have to hit a home run every day. Every day is not going to be off the wall day like last week where we did 3 off the wall stems and it was like 100 people in the chat. Like every day is not going to be like that. But we can have some great days like this where we really get into the vocals of Peace Pipe or the vocals. I had never completely picked apart the vocals of Let No Man Put Us Under like I did today. And I'm just like always astounded. A lot of this, what you see as you're watching it, is just me geeking out in the moment. Like it's not planned out. Some of the stems, I've listened to all of the stems that I play because I put them together. I put the drums with the drums and the bass with the guitar and all the keys and all that. And the vocals, I mute the vocals. So I do listen to them. But a lot of times, and that's what makes the show what it is. It's like my excitement and my geekness. And hopefully you guys are geeking out as well. So you folks, you people, have a good weekend. Got a text message. Have a great weekend. Be safe. Please be safe in these streets. And yeah, that's it. Follow me. Follow me on social media. And I wanted to say thanks and congratulations. We're up to 400 followers, 401 to be exact. If you have not followed, please follow. Please, if you like, you can subscribe. Every little bit helps the channel grow and what we are doing. So subscribe. Let your friends know, let your people know, your DJ friends, your rapper friends, your friends that love music. I told a friend today, we had 400 followers on the dot. And I texted a friend and she was like, yeah, I see you posting about it, but I don't understand what it is. And I don't even know what Twitch is. A lot of old people don't know what Twitch is. And so I explained to her, it's a platform where gamers are, yes, but DJs and other creators are also on the platform. Download it to your phone, follow Mike MFN Love, and boom. And now we have 401 followers. So that's exciting to me. When we started, tomorrow will be the 2-month anniversary of this show. We were at like 100 viewers. So we've gained an average of 150 viewers a month. So that's dope. That's dope to me. So thank you. Thank you. I cannot say thank you enough. I will never stop saying thank you because without you guys viewing and commenting and sharing and letting your friends know, there is no STEM research. The show is finally me getting to do something that is truly in my lane, which is music, DJ, love music, and use all of this knowledge that I have had in my head all these years. And then you guys can jump in on as stimulators and share your knowledge too. And we all learn something. All right. So thank you for joining class. We'll see you on Monday. Try to get some Chunky Thompson stems. Yes. Rest in peace to Chucky Thompson, who died this week as well.